Hello everybody and welcome back to Shadowrun Returns. So last two episodes ended up being a split of a much longer episode, because the first time I was recording it, I didn't really expect it to end up being nearly an hour. But there was a convenient cutoff place right in the middle, transitioning between the outside of the port to the inside. So now we can start on a new episode. You'll be the ones to know if this one gets split in half or not, but let's see going forwards. So to summarize what has been happening, we're back at the Seamstress Union. We've recovered a DNA sample on the scene of the Ripper, back at the past, the past murder scene. We'd helped the sister of the murdered individual, or the victim. And now we're back at the Seamstress Union looking to see if we can find somebody who can analyze this. And from talking to the spirits that were there, we were able to determine that there was an elf, and I think a troll. No, it's a small individual, so a dwarf, I think, who were corroborating at the scene of the crime. And again, this potentially feeds back to how the Ripper is possibly a serial killer who is going after... Well, no, sorry, is not a serial killer, but in fact, a repo men, or a series of repo men, off getting their merchandise back from those that owe them. And in this case, their merchandise is body parts. And so now, I would not be surprised to see if that shady elf, who apparently works for the same sort of place that Dresden works at, like a coroner's office. There's a shady elf who's described as very ugly. That was his defining feature for some reason. If he has something to do with this, because he was at the scene of the crime, of one of the other crimes, just kind of standing there watching, being a bit of a creep. So I think I will first spend karma, because I have that much of it. And let's see. I might, given how much karma I have, I think my combat ability's fine for now. So I'm tempted to put a bit more into... What's this give me? Into shaman stuff. So let's see. Yeah, it's not a big investment to put some karma into this, so why not? Yeah, I definitely need more spirit control, because I could... it wasn't really like my fault. It's just really bad RNG that I had like a 9% chance or something to lose control of the spirit that I summoned. And he just like freaked out and started attacking us. It's bad luck. But, yeah, I'll save those two for another level up later. Right. So, we're back at the Seamstress Union at the particular time of day where there's like nobody around. So this place is pretty dead. I'm sorry, man. Gathering around the intimate bar back, Miss Kubota and her coterie? Coterie? I'm not entirely sure what that word means. Gather for breakfast, with the lady herself doing the cooking. The smell of soy calf and something resembling sausages is in the air. I wish I'd... Oh, it was sausages. Sweet. Okay, Mr. Kluwe. This is a very family-like gathering. These are the NPCs who seem to have the closest ties to one another. So, Mr. Kluwe. Evening, sir. What's the word around town, Mr. Kluwe? There's been more talk of the Ripper killings. Some people are saying they're hate crimes on account of the victims of all being human. Oh, it was a troll, really? I must have misread then. Yeah, so elf and a troll. There's more to it than just that. My thoughts exactly. People are just too quick to label something a hate crime. Check the census. The city is still 66% human. Close your eyes and throw a rock, you're more than likely to hit a human. Doesn't make it a hate crime. Still a crime good though, and that should be enough. This is the first real rise you've seen out of Mr. Chloe, but he reins himself in with a roll of his thick shoulders and a smoothing of his jacket. Don't worry. Not gonna start throwing rocks. Wouldn't want to reinforce the stereotype. I'll leave you to your business, sir. Yeah, there's a lot of discrimination in its own way. What was it? I think the news reports were talking about a troll, not uprising, it's just trolls were protesting something, and it was getting violent. Anyway. Miss Kabuto. Ohayo. Would you like some... She stops. Forgive me. Oh my. What you look like, L? Long night. She looks you over, noting the signs of your nocturnal activities. She nods. Yeah, nocturnal activities meaning, we save Coyote's cousin. We go back to the place, the murder scene, and have to deal with a bunch of other runners who wanted to get the loot of that area for themselves. Any run you can walk away from. It's a good run. I agree. Good to be back in one piece. It is good to have you back. I can tell you've been busy. I can see by the look on your face that there's something you need. Is it about the Ripper? Could be. I won't know until I get something analyzed. I understand. I will unlock the pianos, so you may go downstairs. Someone down there should be able to help you. If they are awake. It is likely you will need to visit the Matrix before the day is done. May I take a sausage? Take the whole plate. Nice! Heck yeah. I'm down. Sure, let's go downstairs. The digital world. You've been doing... I was so tempted to start going into the Digimon song. Anyway, you've been doing a lot of legwork on this job, but it's going to require a trip to cyberspace to back to ID the Ripper, the Matrix, the cybernetic analog of Inside the Grid, a worldwide computer network, a digital world information brought to life. Inside cyberspace, your avatar does all the work while your meat body's left behind. All around your avatar are pathways to other nodes filled with data, IC, counter-intrusion programs, and other jacked-in runners. Cyberspace has many dangers as many dangers as the meat world, and more. Locked doors, security countermeasures, and black IC that can fry a Decker's brain. Every movement you make in the Matrix can be tracked, if you aren't careful. Get dump shocked out and your brain gets fuzzy for a bit. Get hit by an enemy Decker and you can die. That's intense, especially because my character is, like, not at all geared for that sort of thing. Alright, let's go talk to David Fry, who's our resident Decker. No, actually, I'm gonna talk to Van Grass, Mr. Shopman, see if he's got anything for me. Hello? Van Grass, was hoping to get some peace and quiet tonight. Got something for me? I got a flight recorder. Wouldn't happen to be an Ares flight recorder, would it? Some very powerful buyers are looking for that right now. I can get rid of it for you. For say 20%? That leaves 2,000 for you. Yeah, I don't really have an option. And 2,000 is 2,000, so... Sweet. Oh, I have more karma. I should spend that, actually. See, I'm like... I don't want to be a jack of all trades. I want to focus on what I want to focus on, so... I'm definitely going to go to... a new... Ah, I could have done that! Oh, I'm stupid. To be a socialite? I'm planning ahead for the future, given that I feel like right now being a socialite isn't exactly beneficial, but given how the story's probably going to go forwards and we're going to visit more places that are upper class, so to speak, having a socialite aspect to my character could help. That and just the fact that it increases my chance to control the spirits and hit with everything is good enough as is. I think my charisma's like higher than what my strongest strength. Yeah, it's stronger than my strength and it's stronger than my quickness. I guess I gotta start dumping stats into those two now. Otherwise, I'm gonna be a more shaman-y focused character, which is not a bad thing at all, but like, I wanted to focus on charisma, but the fact that it's tied to that stat, it's funny to me. So the rest of those shaman spells are not with me right now. David Fry. Morning. Looks like you've been up all night. You look like you seen some action too. Johnny cleans us. The first one was David. Can either of you do a DNA analysis on a blood sample? Dalcastle's equipment isn't really set up for that. He considers for a minute. However, I could employ a semiconductor chip, could decode DNA using a voltage change instead of light. That would eliminate the use of highly expensive equipment that would be required otherwise. Where's he come up with this stuff? He brightens. I just read a journal about it, so the information's still fresh. Frankly, it should be easy. What do you want to know about it? The owner's identity. That's beyond me. All I can get you is the gene code sequence. But that's where I come in. David, if you can get me that code sequence, I'm pretty sure we can track the owners down via a matrix run. Johnny Clean's saying this right now. Will do. Let me have the DNA you want to test. Sure, if I take the blood sample. Ludovox, when David gives me the sequence, I'll jack in and help you trace the blood sample back to its source. Ways to get to work is very straightforward. Thanks, guys. If it worked, we may find the Emerald City Rippers. Not really necessary to bring up with them. And if this works, I'll bring back more than just a sample. It's a bit cocky, so ways to get to work is simple. A question, if I may. Whose? I think it's the Ripper's blood. No, Drek. He turns to Johnny excited. Wake up, Johnny boy. You've got work to do. And Ludovox, if you need any gear, I'll be right here. I just got a second win. Meet you at my rig, Ludovox. Cool. More karma. So this is if I want to buy some stuff. You need some hardware or software. I don't think I can buy any of this anyway, because I have no decking skills whatsoever. So, man, I'm gonna have to have like Johnny do everything then. I mean, at least he's a legend for this. Alright, Johnny. Hello? Hello? Johnny Clean. Thanks to the semiconductor-based gene sequencing system that David employed, we should have the information we need to track the Ripper. I'm really impressed with his results, considering it was his first attempt. He is utilizing an unproven technique he'd read about in a science journal. He's working from memory on minimal sleep. Why would I be so dismissive and say whatever? That's great, Professor. What's the plan? I guess that's more... I'll be courteous. Sounds fascinating. If this time later, maybe you could tell me more about it. Yes, maybe we can sit down with David. He can share his research. But let's stay focused. Here's what I'm thinking. Oh, schnit. Yeah, okay, here's what I'm thinking. We hit the Lone Star DNA database first to see if our donor has a prior criminal record. They have extensive DNA archives. Then we go hunting based on what we find. Let's hit the decks and jack into the Matrix. I can get you into their private grid easily, but I've got to warn you, once we're in, it can get a little rough. How much decking experience have you had? Nothing? What now? I have a Trodenet here. It's a headband you wear that lets you piggyback me into the Matrix. You'll see and hear everything I do. At least there's a way to get in. Renkaku Kraftwerk. Renkaku's best deck. Why has he got Renkaku tech? And easily modified for the streets. Killer 1 powerful attack program. Most damage is 75. Okay, this is a very different system. Heals yourself and the target for 40 IP. Suppression, reduce alarm state by 4. Increases Sniffer, increases your chance to hit an enemy. Chance to hit First enemy IC and Deckers by 15%. ESP. Creates an attacker expert systems program. I hope it'll go more into about all of this. Whoa. Your synapses light up as you connect your consciousness to the digital world. Although you aren't jacked in like Johnny, the sensation is overwhelming and electrifying. You can only imagine what it feels like for him. I had to read that real fast just because of the way that the messages decide to go off on its own pace. So, I assume that if I had decking experience, I would also be joining him. Okay, that gets me out. Right. Back in we go. So what's this? No. Okay, it's just this. Did I mess up? Okay. That's weird. This arc will take us to the next node. This is funky. I like the representation of the web or matrix. He's saying the data store ahead is defended by intrusion countermeasures. Okay, so it's not just like these are showing that it's active. Lone Star data store. What the heck is this guy? A sentry. I'm feeling very Tron vibes from this. So this, I assume, just brings me out. That's Overwatch. Create an attack expert systems program. That's like summoning like a shaman, right? Whoa. That's real cool. Let's see. That's a lot of damage. Of course I miss. I probably should have increased my chance to hit first. Okay. An area effect matrix attack that deals negative 75 IP damage to IC Deckers bursts in place for a round. It's a lot of damage, man. %95 chance to hit. Okay. Can I just like... Okay, I can just attack as is. I wonder why the damage is so high in comparison to normal. 99% chance to hit. You should be fine. Sweet. That's taken care of. Heals myself? Yeah, I'm definitely healing myself. Cool. My attack program is gonna give him some more chance to hit. Oh. Yeah, I'm just gonna take out the program first. Sweet. So now it's just this dude. Gonna do an AoE attack? Nope. That's fine. As long as I get rid of him now, I should be okay. Okay, IC is down. Let's see if there's a match for this fingerprint. Hacked the DNA database. DNA match located. 100% match. Arrest records database. It's very useful. Subject. Silas Forsberg. Status deceased. Oh. Profession chop shop surgical assistant. Yeah, it was a chop shop. That's what... Okay. Breaking and entering 2 counts. Public indecency account. Brought in for questioning on accusations of unlicensed plastic surgery. No charges were. 100% match to a dead man. Let's keep looking. Okay. It's bizarre, to say the least. This is the alert level, right? I should decrease the alert level. I don't actually know what decreasing the alert level does, so let's fire this. I wonder if my attack program goes down. That's kind of it. So I probably shouldn't be so aggressive. Let's see. Dang it. Oh, I still have more attack. Sweet. He's got really high accuracy. Ooh. Say yes, I miss. But in comparison, I got 2 more hits on the name Silas Forsberg. Come on, you're right in front of me. Sweet. Took care of that guy. Sniffer, give you more accuracy. And heal as well. Because I'm at full health, so I might as well heal my attack program. I just fling attack at him. Should be okay. Well, I do have to say his deck is real good. Let's see what's on the Newsnet archive. Back the Newsnet archive. Newsnet. 1 return on subject. Silas Forsberg. The body of Silas Forsberg, a chop shop surgical assistant, was found in an apartment in Snohomish earlier this week. The body has been there for as long as a month when Forsberg landlord noticed a rancid smell and contacted authorities. Lone Star representatives have issued a statement saying Forsberg's death has been ruled as suicide. According to reports, his body, a mass of puncture wounds, was that a suicide? And the cause of death was determined by an overdose of anti-stress medications and sedatives. What? Massive puncture wounds and a suicide? This sounds like this guy's identity was used as the basis for that. If this is the elf character, as the elf who is pretending and watching over the crime scene, who's described as an ugly elf, they might have used his body parts to or his features or something, to plastic surgery his looks to be like that. The man's employer claims he was a dedicated employee, though he suffered from bouts of depression. Forsberg's next of kin could not be located, but the attorney appointed to his estate had located a will written weeks prior, leaving all of his belongings to his psychiatrist. The identity of the psychiatrist has not been released due to privacy concerns. Yet another sad end to a life, as is far too common here in the sprawl. Okay. Now that might be something we can go on. Let's regroup and meet space. Can I go and check the other place first? I kind of want to do that first. No. Go through the door. No! Walk out. Walk back in. No, I still have 2 more turns till I can do that. Or is that it? Is there nothing here for me to... Autopsy reports. That sounds important, though. Like, I know it wants me to go back, but at the same time... Let's increase my accuracy. Get my attack program over here. Unless they do ridiculous amounts of damage and I don't want to have to deal with them. No, it should be okay. 99% chance to hit. Sweet. Pretty good. 85% not nearly as good, but hopefully. Sweet. 1 more. 99% chance. I think we're good. Let's check this autopsy report. Fact autopsy records. Autopsy records. Subject, Silas Forsberg. Note, subject was found overdosed on half a dozen different sedatives. Several anti-anxiety medications were also found in the system. Face was mutilated. Possibly self-inflicted. Okay. That's telling. Identity could not be confirmed immediately due to the disfigurement. Had to check the dental records to confirm. No next of kin. Yeah. Large puncture wounds were found in several places on the body, possibly large bore surgical needles. Body had been decomposing for several weeks before the landlord noticed the smell and called the police when no one answered the door. I swear this guy's body was used as a... Oh, can I just leave? No. I'm just gonna go back to the start. I swear this guy got messed up and his body and identity is being used. Can I just like turn off? But regardless, it's a very shady situation all around. So, okay, I can just leave this. Sweet. Johnny clean. But here's what we know. Our DNA evidence belongs to a dead man, whose death was never explained. He worked with chop shops, which fits with the living guy you've met. The Newsnet says he left his estate to a psychiatrist. Maybe finding out who his psychiatrist was will give us our next clue. My gut says we can deck into the medical board's records and reverse trace to find this doctor. You win? Yeah, punch him, man. I'm not going to be joining him anyway, so... Yeah, let's go. Oh, I want to summon in my... Oh. Like... Increase sniffer. Oh, that's it, because that took 2. I should have... White sparkly icy. Yeah, let's attack. Lock it in place. Then attack it normally one time. It's gone. It missed. Good. Run over here. 80%? 86? Is that 86 or 96? Regardless, I hit, so it doesn't really... One more. Sweet. Now let's look at the medical board. Okay, searching medical records Silas Forsberg. Medical records for Silas Forsberg located. 2020 to 2030. Pediatric record partial. One particular pediatrician's entry stands out from the rest. Child suffers from chronic depression and social anxiety, most likely caused by his physical abnormalities. We've seen many cases like this recently, with the outbreak of changeling children being born. With the apparent physiology we're seeing, there's no telling what sort of brain functions are affected. Prescribed a series of sedatives last year that showed no effect, upping the dosage. Changeling, so he's... I'll just keep going and see. 2030 to 2040. Data missing or corrupted. Contact our administrator for help. 2040 to present. The file is quite large and takes well over an hour to read through. The final entry, however, is the most significant. It is written by Dr. Henry Holmes. Silas has overcome significant mental disorders and no longer goes through periods of violent episodes. Latest medications have proved especially effective, but I believe that being treated as another elf has significantly impacted his treatment. Unfortunately, my efforts to maintain an emotional boundary with him have proven challenging. He's bonded to me in an unhealthy and frankly an unnerving way. His hero worship exhibits itself in the form of mimic speech patterns and adopting my dress. For this reason, and for the health of the patient, I am assigning another doctor to his case. I will inform him at his next session. Oh, that's not good. Oh, a medical database. Right, so, got a name now. Dr. Holmes, let's keep going and find out where he works. Yeah, so it's like... I really don't think Silas was... I mean, he's a changeling. So... I didn't read what he said, but I assume it's bad ICs that I'm going to have to deal with. Yeah, let's reduce the alarms. I can't do that. Let's attack while I still can. Let's keep going. This one big IC. Please don't hit. Thank you. Only 25 is not that bad though. Let's run forwards here. Better chance of smacking this guy. Sweet. Let's see if I can get hit this guy. No? Yeah, no. Sometimes it's a bit awkward to click, but alright, alright. We're doing pretty good. Let's run forwards. 84% chance we should be good. It keeps missing, so. Alright. Not bad, not bad. Let's check what's on the medical board too. Hacked employment records. Employment records located. Henry Holdings Holmes. MD, PhD. Vet current employment status. Current employment status. Dr. Henry Holmes currently holds the position of Chief Psychiatrist and Administrator at Mercy Mental Hospital, Snohomish, Washington. Yes. Right. Check previous employers. 2045 to 2054, Psychiatrist and Resident, Mercy Mental Hospital. 2040 to 2045, Attending Psychiatrist, Mercy Mental Hospital. 2030 to 2040, Private Practices. Okay, so let's leave. We've got all the information we needed from that, so... Bingo, back to meat space again. Time to leave. Got good information. Again, I'm curious, because that elf that we met outside... maybe they used a person to pretend that I was Silas? But, like... I don't know. I don't trust that he's dead. Obviously. Because that elf we saw outside that Ripper victim just watching was very unnerving. And fits the description of this guy. Reality is at the end of the day contextual. As the meat world comes back into focus, your head once again tries to settle on which world is the real one. While the philosophical question lingers, your meat body demands food and drink. You disconnect from your deck to find that the Union's safe house has risen. Okay. And I think that's a good place to stop here. We learned a lot, and now we can go forwards with the information. I assume the next place we're going to be working or looking at is Mercy Hospital to confront this Dr. Holmes about his patient who's apparently dead but not dead. And, well, thanks again for watching. If you like it, like, comment, subscribe. Keep going on, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks.